Tonight on Dickinson.clock, we show you what the true power of autism and being disabled and having nothing better to do is on a human being. In the past few weeks, I've been working on some D&D maps tied to the other ones I've shown. They still need to be modified, and especially Mars. I need to replace all the craters. But oh, that's just some scary artwork I found online. Ignore that. I have made some maps of Mars and Venus. Now, the cool thing about Mars is in real life it has this sort of differentiation of height, right? I basically took a map that Atlas Pro, a YouTuber who you may have actually seen, unlike me. I've seen his videos. I mean, yeah. Anyways, but basically, uh, he made a video about kind of like the geography of Mars and how this is like the lowland up in the third, and there's like this big crater and all that stuff. So I've mixed that map with, given my love for pulp fantasy and science fiction and stuff, and all that. I've got some Pathfinder stuff in here from Akaton, which is their version of Mars. That's where Ka, the Pillar of the Sky, comes from. It's like a super Olympus Mons. You got this very real life trench that's just fucking awesome. Real enormous mountains and volcanoes on Mars that are just really cool. Labeling places and also ripping off a bunch of stuff from the Barsoom John Carter of Mars wiki, and also from various maps of Mars given by different people. So it's a very sort of proto Star Warsy, very fantasy Mars sort of place. It's a lot of barbarians and nomads and weirdo civilizations and strange monster men and all sorts of weird civilizations. You got these towers. I found some weirdo online claiming that because of a visual glitch on Google Earth or something, there's three like multi-mile tall towers on the equator at the meridian plane. Um, you find all sorts of weirdo shit. Actually, one place. Well, actually, speaking of weirdo shit, one of the most famous weirdo shit things is Cydonia. Basically, there were some early, extremely low res, extremely low pixel count photos taken of a hill in this sort of region that I actually had to add this land because it was sort of in between the highlands and the lowlands, basically. And there was this one hill that kind of looked like a humanoid face. And then when they went back and photographed it better, they're like, no, it just kind of looked like that. It's obviously not that. So, you got Cydonia, that's a famous, face on Mars and all that. It's those guys, but there's a lot of real weirdo stuff over. I also ripped off someone's, I believe it was Mr. Crowbar, someone's fantasy D&D Mars type thing that they've put. Oh, this isn't updated because of that. Right, right. So I haven't actually filled that part in yet. But basically here, where's Gale Crater? There it is. So basically in a more recent version of this map, because I haven't updated it because I have to replace all the craters, there's a big city on Gale Crater called Gale. That's ripped off from Mr. Crowbar's D&D Mars stuff that I read up on online and implemented. This particular step in the Hill Martians, Step Lords, the Step Martians, is from an old tabletop game, an RPG or something called Space 1889. It's very related and cool. But yeah, the Mr. Crowbar made a map of kind of like the Isidis Gulf region, like I did, except with a whole bunch of different settlements and stuff. So and some stuff around the equator and different peoples and nations. So eventually this will be updated to show that. But yeah, Gale Crater is interesting because it's one of the places one of the famous Mars rovers went. So whenever conspiracy theory weirdos are like looking in the background, pixel by pixel, of everything that's ever been shot in space, looking for hidden secret knowledge. They'll be like, there was a Roman jar, there was a Babylonian Aztec statue, Inca thing, and it's like, well, no, you're just wrong. Um, Aberdonian Empire, that's something I made up, like Nibiru Empire on Mars, Nibiru being a kind of inconsistently identified planet to the Sumerians, or heavenly body, and also sometimes wasn't that, I think. And then in modern mythology, it's like a evil semi-Mesopotamian ancient aliens planet at the end of the solar system or whatever. Um, yeah, friendly Martians. That's a Montauk mystery bullshit thing. Yeah, a lot of weird stuff. I still need to make a lot more original stuff on this, and actually on my other maps too. I want to make them more my own. Obviously, these are very derivative. I'm not in denial about that or anything. It would be weird of me to claim, oh yeah, look how great of an extremely original map I've made. But, I still enjoy doing this stuff and sharing it, because it is like a weird conglomeration of stuff. I guess it's worth sharing, why not? Um, so that's kind of, generally the Mars map. So that's cool. But what else? Ooh, the Venus map. This is the one I'm currently most working on. And currently, I think this looks fucking amazing. I might not, like, I'm definitely going to label, like, you can see the Mist Ocean taken from Castrovel, which is like the elf Venus, basically, in Pathfinder. That's a thing that I ripped off. And I also placed some other weird conspiracy stuff inside of the Mist Ocean, because why not? Lashunta, that's the antenna people from their Venus. This is another height map of of the real planet Venus, like how the other one was Mars. Except Venus doesn't have as defined land masses, so I had to find different height maps and mess around with the land mass, or no, the water level on the Wonder Draft map that I used, or the Wonder Draft program that I use. So I used this at 65%. So if you want something similar, I don't think I really touched up the land at all. I kind of like how spotty and swampy it looks. That makes sense, right? It's fucking Venus. It's fantasy Venus. You got the Ant Queens, you got the Severians, the Pathfinder elves, Blue Venusians. That's something I made up. It's a very basic take on like fantasy sort of sword and planet humans with blue skin. It's pretty basic. I've tied a little bit of the Blue Venusians into my world, but they're pretty basic. They're like humans except they're blue and they're from another planet. Reef people. This is from someone else's sci-fi thing. God, I feel bad. I should really know who the reef people are. Like who made those. I should, but I do not. If you Google, it's on DeviantArt. It's a DeviantArt artist. Let me see. Is there? I can show the fucking art at least. That would be, I guess here. Yeah. Here we go. So this is the. I hope they. Oh right, I snipped it out of a bigger picture. Well, they've got something. They've got something. I probably. I'm just. This is. Well, whatever. They're. That person made that art, and they're on DeviantArt, and they're cool. If I thought their stuff was shit, I wouldn't use it. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, just labeling different regions. One thing you realize when looking at maps of Venus is almost everything is either named after women, like mythological or famous historical women, or something like that, which is pretty cool. I like you know, I don't know, there's something vaguely feminine about Venus. I mean, I'm not one of those weirdos who believes in astrology or anything. I mean, you know, I don't Uh, I don't think like people are different because of their gender. I don't give a shit, but yeah, I don't think gender really means anything. But I will say this: uh, a planet that's kind of like Amazonian in a sense. I think that's just cool. You know, it doesn't have to be sexist towards men. It can just be cool. So that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. Again, lots of real parts of Venus that I've just relabeled, like Ovda. That's a real region. I think it might actually a lot of the inland seas of Venus that you see here, like here in Beta, over here on Ishtar, over here on Aphrodite, you know, Theta C, Artemis Chasm, Ovda, whatever. Um, yeah, I think this is the Guinevere Plains, really, Guinevere Planitia or something like that. You know, but I just like this stuff. It's fun, and it is fun to make cool maps like this. And I like the green of the landmass. I like the bluish green of the seas. I just like it so far. So this has been my autistic video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you didn't, I will die. Bye.